So once again class, good evening sa ating lahat. So ang topic po natin for this day is doubly beam design. So we already had our discussion sa singly beam design. So kailan po ba nagiging doubly yung isang beam? Okay, so start tayo at the very beginning. So kumbaga meron na tayong background from this figure, etong figure na to, and also this figure. Diba? So, again, sa taas po is in compression, sa ilalim is in tension, diba? Yung ating beam. Kapag i-analyze natin sa center of our span. Na-discuss po natin to sa one way or sa ating singly beam design. So, ang problema po, no, minsan, hindi po kaya ng ating tension bars na i-carry lahat kung ano din yung kaya ni compression. So that's why yung ibang bakal sa ilalim is ilalagay natin sa itaas, which will carry yung sobra na bakal sa ilalim. So kumbaga, dadagdagan po natin, no, yung ating AS number of or area ng ating rebars, pero because nalalampas siya sa ating Romax, so kumbaga dadagdagan natin ng bakal sa itaas to counter that sobra. So magiging doubly beam design na siya. So mostly po kapag doubly is because of the moment or yung load sa taas ng beam malaki masyado. So therefore, kailangan natin ng maraming tension bars. Pero again, yung maraming tension bars sa ilalim is hihigit na kay Romax. Diba? Na-review natin last time. Pag Romax is less, pag Rho actual natin is greater than Romax, dapat po that is doubly reinforced. Hindi po siya redesign ha. Kapag Rho act is greater than Romax, sa one-way slab, yan yung redesign. Pero kapag kay doubly or kay beam, kapag Rho act is greater than Romax, yan na yung magiging doubly reinforced beam. So, again, familiar na tayo sa mga figures na to. Itong apat na figures, di ba? Ito, dito siya galing sa one-way natin. Whitney. Parang parabola po siya, no? Half ng isang parabola. Then, si Whitney, ginawa niyang rectangular yung ating compression. Tinawag po niyang compression block. So, but again, dahil marami yung AS, area ng steel sa ilalim, magiging dalawa yung pag-solve natin sa kanya. We have AS1 and AS2. So the total steel bars at the tension side is AS, which is equivalent to AS1 plus AS2. So kapag doubly, yung sabi ko po kanina, AS is equivalent to yung AS natin na maximum from our singly reinforced beam, di ba? Yan lang yung dapat kaya niya, pero dinagdagan natin ng AS2. Kumbaga, AS1 is the AS max of the singly reinforced beam. Kapag sinabi naman nating moment, that is MN, nominal. That is moment 1 from our first diagram, M1, plus M2, because of our second diagram. So again, AS1, magkakaroon tayo ng T1, tension 1. Then, ang mag-counter sa kanya is yung compressive force natin galing sa ating compression block. Yung sobra na AS2, magdudulot po siya ng tension 2. And syempre, dapat mag-counter tayo sa itaas ng compression. So, yung AS2 tatapatan po ni AS prime. So, tatlo na po yung area ng steel na dapat nating isosolve. AS1, which is our AS max singly reinforced beam. AS2, yan yung sobra kapag yung AS na total minus natin sa AS max. And yung nasa itaas na i-counter natin yung AS2 is si AS prime. Diba? So, naging tatlo yung area ng ating steel bars. Okay? So, si T2, that is equivalent to AS2 times Fy, no? Yield strength of our steel. Then, yung distance po natin, syempre, madadagdagan po siya na tinatawag na D prime. Or D effective prime. So, pag D, di ba? Or D effective, that is the topmost part of our beam, papunta po sa gitna ng bottom bars. Kapag D prime naman, or some books is DE prime, that is top of your beam, papunta sa gitna ng ating compression bars. So, formula po natin, ayan, ng ating AS prime para gawin siyang force, which is called as CS, is AS prime times FS prime minus 0.85 FC prime. So, para mas madali po siyang tandaan, no, redundant kasi po yan. So, AS prime times FS prime lang po dapat yan. Pero take note, redundant na kasi kanina in this graph or in this figure, naka-apply na po tayo ng compression. So yung na-apply natin na compression dito, i-deduct na natin sa kabila kasi redundant na siya. So magiging 0.85 FC prime, then yung inalis natin, no, yung area na nilagyan natin ng bakal. Ano yung area na nilagyan natin ng bakal? CAS prime. So, pwedeng ganito yung pag-memorize mo. AS prime times FS prime minus yung redundant na stress or force. So, gagamitan natin ng algebra. Factor out po natin. Diba? So, factor out natin sa AS prime, magiging FS prime minus 0.85 FC prime. Ayan. So, ito yung formula nasa ilalim. CS. So, dyan po galing yung ating formula. Okay. So, because of these figures, makakabuo po tayo ng maraming formulas. Diba? Kita ninyo? Same last time. Para po ma-relate natin si tension 1 and si compression 1. Si CC, compression of our concrete, diba? Gagamitan natin ng equilibrium equation. Dapat po equal sila. So, ayan. Sa tension steel, sa ilalim, equate CC to T1 to solve AS1. Diba? So, again, AS1 natin is AS max, pero pwede mo naman din siyang kunin kapag hindi ka nadadaan kay AS max SRB using this formula. So, CC is equivalent to T1, diba? And based dito sa ating figure, CC is 0.85 FC prime times AB is equivalent to AS1 times Fy. So, pwede natin yung i-shift solve. So, siguro advice ko sa inyo, ito na yung i-memorize niyo na formula. Wag na to. Diba? Kasi, transfer mo lang to sa kabila. Diba? So, yan na yung formula ng AS1. Pero minsan, nalilito tayo, shift solve mo na lang. Para at least liliit yung kailangan nating i-memorize. Okay, next. So, base kanina, ayan, nasulat ko po, di ba? MN, yung dalawang moment na to, is equivalent to M1 plus M2. So, Mn po silang dalawa. Or dito sa kanya, di ba, pwede nating ilipat yung M1 sa kabila, magiging M2 is equivalent to Mn minus M1. And just to remind you, di ba, alam na natin to last time, Mu is equivalent to phi times Mn. Ang daming paa ni Mn. Ayan, Mn. Wait lang ha. Mu is equivalent to phi Mn. So that's why dito, imbis na Mn, ginawa po niyang, pwede diba ilagay natin sa kabila, Mn is Mu over phi. Lang, hindi siya masulatan dyan. Mu over phi. Dyan na yan galing. Okay, next. Kapag makukuha na natin si M2, ibig sabihin yung moment based on our AS2 and AS prime, pwede na din natin makuha si AS2. Diba? M2 is our T2 times its lever arm. Kita? This is our M2 equals T2 times lever arm. AS prime papunta kay AS2 is DE minus DE prime or D minus D prime. And as we all know, based sa ating figure, T2 is AS2 times Fy. So, dyan po siya galing. So, again, pwede na tong, ito yung memorize mo, wag na tong isa. Diba? Sayang sa memory. I-transfer mo lang to sa kabila, yan yung ating magiging AS2. And finally, yung sinulat ko po kanina, AS is equivalent to AS1 plus AS2. So, yung AS po is the total bars sa ilalim ng ating beam sa tension side. Next, because of our AS2, magkakaroon o kailangan po natin ng steel bars at our compression side sa taas. Sir, tanong ko, nung nagsingli po tayo, bakit merong mga bakal pa rin sa taas? Yes po. Nilalagyan pa rin siya kahit singly kasi based sa ating National Structural Code of the Philippines, yung ating minimum na bar sa compression is 2. Para saan? Siyempre, para sabitan po ng ating stirrups. Diba? 2. Para dyan ilalagay yung stirrups. And for our, siyempre, meron tayong, ang stirrups is also for our shear. Ayan. So, pag walang bakal sa taas, paano mo yan ilalagay yung stirrups? Pero kapag doble, dapat na talagang merong rebar sa taas. Okay, so pag-usapan naman natin yung compression bar sa taas, si AS prime. Paano po natin siya kukunin? So, first one, syempre, iti-check po natin if yung FS prime, yan po yung tinatawag na stress in our compression steel. Ang formula po niya, class, is 600 times 1 minus D prime over C. Na-topic na po natin last time yung C. Ang C po natin is, yan siya, sa gitna ng ating neutral axis or 0.375D. Or hindi din po yan constant, no, na formula. Depende din po yan sa ating epsilon. Okay, so pag-usapan natin again, or isingit po natin yung mga epsilon na tinatawag, di ba? Ito. Yung mga epsilon natin, yung ating strain. Epsilon is strain. So based on our computation class, meron po tayong categories or kumbaga range of our epsilon or strain in comparison to our phi. Ano yung phi natin? Strength reduction? Tama ba? Design strength. So, kumbaga, mag-partner po daw yan si epsilon and si design strength, si phi. Okay, so paano po siya i-partner? Kapag meron po tayong epsilon or binigyan po tayo ng epsilon na 0.005, yung kanyang partner po na phi is 0.9. Kumbaga, linearly po yung kanyang relationship with each other. Kapag bibigyan naman tayo ng epsilon na 0.002, yung partner po niya na phi is 0.65. So, yan yung relationship between the two. So, yung formula natin kay C, di ba? Nandoon sa ating singly. Again po, kapag mag-double beam design tayo, yung most of our formula sa singly, magagamit pa rin natin. Bakit, sir? Siyempre, kasi yung first part ng diagram natin sa doubly is singly pa rin yan. Dinagdagan lang. So, most of our formula sa singly, magagamit pa rin. So, eto, ayan, si C is 0.003 dt over 0.003 et or epsilon. Yan po yung general formula ni C. So, sulat natin dito para maalala, 0.003 d or effective depth or dt kapag 2 layers, di ba? Divided by 0.003 plus epsilon. Ano yung ibibigay or ano yung pinapagamit sa atin. Okay, proceed tayo. Next, saan tayo nag-stop? Dito. So, pag-compute po natin kay f prime of s, kailangan po natin first i-computein si c, which is na-introduce ko na kanina. So, kapag si fs prime is lesser than fy, yan yung gagamitin natin na fs prime. Pero kapag si fs prime is lumampas kay fy, if our fs prime is greater than fy, therefore, use fy. Hindi po siya pwedeng lumampas kay fy. Ayun na. So, kapag meron ka ng fs prime, anong gagawin? I-relate mo na, no? CS must be equivalent to T2. CS is equivalent to T2. Based on our figure, CS is AS prime, FS prime, minus 0.85 FC prime. Ayan. AS prime, FS prime, 0.85 FC prime. And based sa figure natin, T2 is AS2. AS2 times FY. Okay, that's a good question. Ano po ba kaibahan ng 3/7 sa 3/8? Depende po sa ating epsilon na gagamitin. Try on your calculator. Try ha. Kapag yung epsilon natin is 0.003 dt, then sinabi sa problem, our epsilon is 0.005. Paki-calculator nito na part dito. What is 0.003 divided by 0.003 plus 0.005? Ayan, 3/8. Kapag sinabi po sa atin, use epsilon as 0.004. Oh, what is 0.003 divided by 0.003 plus 0.004? Ayan, 3/7. So, yung 3/8 and 3/7 depends upon our epsilon or yung ating phi. Or yung tinatawag natin na, eto, andito po siya. Sa ating singly, where are you? Eto. Pag 0.005, 3/8. Pag 0.004, 3/7. This is maximum, this is balance. So, depende pa rin sa ating problem. No? Problem natin magde-decide or kumbaga, depende din sa ating given. Okay, proceed po tayo. So, ayan, na-relate na natin silang dalawa. Ito yung lalabas. Again, pwede mo na tong hindi i-memorize sa ilalim. Shift solve mo na lang tong formula na to para hindi na marami yung kailangan mong i-memorize. Okay, so, save ko muna. Mawala. Ayan. Ano pa? Ano pang kailangan nating i-discuss? Eto. Next one. Kapag demanding yung ating problem, sinabi po niya sa situation, no, na balanced o use balance tail ratio. So kapag balance tail ratio yung pinapagamit sa atin, ibig sabihin po is raw balance sa doubly reinforced beam is equivalent to raw balance sa ating singly plus AS2/BD. Wala, gagamitin natin yung kaagad. Raw balance SRB plus raw prime. Yung raw prime po ibig sabihin is galing kay AS prime. Kumbaga, yung raw, meron siyang AS na katumbas. So, pag raw balance is AS balance. Pag raw max, yan yung AS max. Pag raw prime, yan yung AS prime. Diba? Partner lang yan siya. So, raw prime, Fs prime over Fy kapag if displaced concrete is neglected. Ayan, nandito pala sa right side, no? Raw prime is AS prime over BD. Diba? And recap lang natin, raw is our ratio of our steel bars to our concrete area. So, raw balance is SRB plus raw prime naman if displaced concrete is neglected and compression still yields. Next, kapag sinabi sa atin ng ating problem na doubly reinforced bar use maximum steel ratio. So, ito yung gagamitin natin. Raw max na doubly reinforced bar is equivalent to raw max ng ating singly plus AS2/BD. Same pa din dito sa taas, no? Pag neglected, eto pa rin. Pero imbis na raw balance, raw max. Kapag neglected and compression yields, same pa din. Pero imbis na raw balance is raw max yung gagamitin. I think, no? Okay na. Na-set up na natin, na-discuss na natin yung mga kailangan or yung mga important details. Pag may maalala din ako na hindi pa natin na-discuss, isisingit lang po natin mamaya. Okay, ready na tayo. Type ready sa ating chat box kung ready na kayo sa ating first example, everybody. Okay, ayan, type lang po, everyone. So for our first example, ayan, doble na po tayo ha. A rectangular reinforced concrete beam has a width of 300 mm and an effective depth of 450 mm to centroid of the tension bars. So the beam is reinforced with 6. Uy, binigay ka agad. Parang investigation, no? Sige lang. Binigyan tayo kaagad ng bars. Hindi po tayo yung pinapagawa. Okay, palayan ta. Let us continue. So, 32 mm diameter tension bars placed in 2 layers with the outer layer having a depth of 478 and 2 mm diameter compression bars with centroid 65 mm from the extreme concrete fiber. Use 2010 NSCP, and as I have said, no, pag sinabing 2010, Similar lang po yan kay 2015 na NSCP. FC prime is 34.5 megapascal and Fy is 345 megapascal. Assume that the concrete displaced and the compression yields. Ayun, nag-request siya. Determine the following. First, the balance steel ratio of the beam, or if the beam is singly reinforced. Number 2, the maximum steel ratio for a singly reinforced section in tension control. And number 3, the maximum steel ratio for a doubly reinforced section in tension control. Okay, start tayo. So, ito na yung drawing niya. Lagyan lang natin ng mga sukat. This is 300 mm na base. Effective depth papunta sa centroid. So, top papunta sa gitna ng ating double layer. That is 450. Then, may another depth from the top papunta sa gitna ng ating bottom bar. That is ito yung D natin or DE. Ito yung ating tinatawag na DT. Ano yun? 478. Ayun. Then, dalawang 28 mm na compression bars. Tapos, meron tayong D prime. Yan, last. Binigyan tayo from the top papunta sa centroid or center ng ating top bars, 65 mm. And kompleto na. So first one, unahin po natin yung balanced steel ratio. Wala, pinapasolve lang niya. Diba? So solve lang natin. So raw balance for our singly reinforced beam. So, babalik po tayo sa singly. Yung formula po natin kapag raw balance is 0.85 Fc prime divided by Fy multiplied by beta 1 times 600 over 600 plus Fy times dt, no, kasi double layer tayo over D or effective depth. Same lang yan, no? DE or D. So, again, saan yan galing? Kapag, eto, raw balance. Ayan po siya. Tama naman yung nasulat ko, no? Singly. Okay. So, substitute po natin, pero first, kunin natin yung value ni beta 1. Diba? If our Fc prime is greater than, diba, 28 megapascal, because based on our problem, Fc prime po natin is, where are you? 34.5. Diba? Na-recall ninyo, kapag greater than 28 yung ating Fc prime, ito po yung formula ng ating beta 1. Sulat natin yan. Beta 1. Yes? Kapangyarihan? Meron kang question? Or napindot lang siguro? I-type mo lang ha. If ever, or baka napindot lang. So again, we have beta 1 is equivalent to 0.85. Diba? Pag greater than, tama ba? Tama lang. Kala ko mali. 0.85 minus 0.05. Pakiready ng calculator ninyo. Divided by 7 times Fc prime minus 28. Based dito, yung Fc prime natin is 34.5. So, paki-calculator po, what is our beta 1? Yes po, 3 decimal places. Pero kapag raw, 5 decimal places tayo. The rest, 3 decimal. Yes, everybody, I hope that you have your calculators. What is our beta 1? 0.804, that's correct. 0.804. So, meron na tayong beta 1, substitute natin kay raw balance for singly reinforced beam. That is 0.85. Wait lang. FC prime is 34.5 divided by Fy 345. Beta 1 is 0.804. 600 divided by 600 plus Fy. dt natin is 478. D natin or DE is 450. So, paki-round off po. Round off 5 decimal places. What is our raw balance for singly reinforced beam? And Fy natin is 345. 0.04609. That's correct. 0.04609. That is our final answer. Okay, next. Proceed tayo kaagad. Number 2. Yung pinapahanap naman din is maximum steel ratio for singly reinforced beam. So, gamitin natin yung formula for raw max. So, raw maximum is equivalent to 0.85 Fc prime divided by Fy multiplied by beta 1, then 3/8. Ibig sabihin kasi ng raw max sa singly reinforced beam, pinapagamit sa atin na epsilon is 0.005. Yung kanina. Where are you? Eto. So that's why magiging 3/8. Okay? So lagay natin 3/8 times dt over dE or effective depth. Ayan. Substitute lang sa atin, no? Paki-calculator po, 0.85, 34.5 divided by 345 times 0.804. Na-solve na natin kanina. Yung beta 1 times 3/8 times 478 over 450. What is our raw maximum for singly reinforced beam? Yes, pwedeng humabol kahit na nasulat na natin yung sagot. That is 0.02722. Correct. That is our raw maximum for singly reinforced beam. Okay, proceed po tayo. Next, number 3, pinapahanap po yung maximum steel ratio, pero doble na. Doble reinforced section daw siya na tension control. Okay, proceed tayo kay number 3. Ang pinapagamit is raw maximum. Pero kay doubly reinforced beam. Saktong-sakto, meron tayong formula kanina, di ba? Ito, sa second page ng doubly. Doubly reinforced beam maximum steel ratio. Ang pag-compute is rho maximum sa singly reinforced beam plus AS2 over BD. So yan ang gagamitin natin. Nag-request kasi siya. Rho max for singly reinforced beam, which is sakto. Di ba? Sakto. Na-solve na natin to kanina. Rho max for SRB. 0.02722. Ang problema na lang natin is yung kadugtong plus AS2 divided by BDE. Ang problema, paano natin kukunin si AS2? No, wala tayong idea. Kasi yung nasa ilalim, itong 6, AS na yan. AS total. Paano natin kukunin si AS1 and AS2? Mahirap. So, mas maganda, daanin na lang po natin sa etong figure na to. 'Di ba? Pwede nating ma-relate si AS prime tsaka si AS2. So, dadaanin po natin kay AS prime. Sir, paano kukunin si AS prime? Binigay. Our AS prime is the area of our compression steel, which is dalawang 28 mm na bar. So, dyan tayo dadaan. So, AS prime is equivalent to dalawang 0.25 pi d squared, 28 squared. Dito natin siya dadaanin. Dito na part. So, paki-calculator po, what is our AS prime? Area ng steel prime. Area ng compression bars. 1, 2, 3. Pwedeng humabol. 1, 2, 3, 1. 0.504. Okay na yan, tatlo. 3 decimal places. Mm squared. And then, anong formula yung pwede nating gamitin para ma-relate si AS prime kay AS2? Eto, si CS equals T2. Diba? So, CS equals T2. Diba? Para less yung formula na i-memorize ninyo. CS is AS prime times FS prime minus 0.85 of FC prime. Si T2 naman is AS2 times FY. Next, yung kailangan natin dito. Si FS prime, ayan. So take note, no? Ano yung gagamitin natin na FS prime dito? Take note po, ang pinapagamit sa atin is rho maximum. So automatic po yan, rho max. So we are assuming that our steel yields. And pag steel yields, FS prime is equivalent to Fy. Diba? So, yan na yung FS prime na gagamitin natin. So, substitute po natin and then shift solve. 1231.504 times 345 minus 0.85 times 34.5 equals AS2, yan yung hinahanap, times 345. Shift solve. What is our AS2? Yan, makukuha na po natin si area of steel 2. Yes, paki-confirm. Is that correct? Ayan, that's correct. 1126.826. And mm squared. Ayan, may nagtanong, given po daw ba na Fs prime equals Fy? Yes po. Kasi sabi niya, maximum steel ratio. So, pag maximum steel ratio, automatic na po yan na steel yields, ibig sabihin yung Fs prime, i-relate na natin kaagad kay Fy. Ayan, tension control. Lalo na't sinabi niya, no? Ito, tension control. Kapag tension control is steel yields. Okay, meron na tayong AS2. So, kompleto na. Ito, substitute na lang natin. Rho maximum for our doubly reinforced beam is equivalent to our rho max for singly 0.02722 plus 1126.826 divided by 300 na base, effective depth na 450. Ayan, what is our final answer? 5 decimal places para pag-raw yung hinahanap. Ayan, that's correct. 0.03557. That is our final answer. Ayan, save natin. And let us proceed to our next problem. Again, if you have any questions, just type sa ating chat box. Ayan, wala na. So, proceed tayo kaagad sa ating second question. Second problem. So, a reinforced concrete beam has width of 300 millimeters and an effective depth of 600 millimeters. Compressive reinforcement, if required or necessary, will be placed at D prime is equivalent to 60 mm. FC prime po natin is 27.5 megapascal and Fy is 415. Use 2010 or same lang yan kay 2015 NSCP. The beam is to support a factored bending moment of 670 kilonewton meter. Ito, hindi tayo binigyan ng bakal. Tayo talaga yung magde-design kung ilang bakal yung kailangan. So, number 1, determine the area of steel required as tension reinforcement if the strain in the extreme tension steel is 0.004. So, for number 1 po, binigyan tayo ng epsilon 0.004. Pinapahanap po sa atin is area ng steel, AS, sa tension side. Di ba? AS. Next. Number 2. Ay, AS ba? AS. Kala ko raw actual. AS pala. Next, number 2. Ano yung pinapahanap? Determine the area of steel required as tension reinforcement if the minimum strain in the extreme tension steel is limited to 0.005. Okay. So, same lang yung 1 and 2 ng pinapahanap, pero iba yung request nila. Sa number 2, ang gagamitin po daw natin na epsilon is 0.005. And then, same pa din, find for AS. Question mark. Number 3, determine the number of 28 mm bars required as tension reinforcement if the reduction factor is 0.09. So, may request siya. Ang fee daw is 0.09. Ano daw yung ating number of bars sa baba? Tension bars. And last one, sa number 4, if dalawang 28 mm na compression steel will be added. Kumbaga, dadagdagan daw ng dalawang compression steel sa taas. Determine the maximum tension reinforcement area that can be used for a tension-controlled section. Ayan. Assume that the compression steel yields and neglect the effect of displacement of concrete. So, yung pinapahanap naman dito sa number 4 is AS. Question mark. No, AS max. Maximum or yan, compression steel yields, tension controlled. Okay, start po tayo kay number 1. Mas maganda na i-drawing po muna natin. So, minimum na bakal sa taas is 2. Then sa ilalim, hindi pa natin alam ha kung ilan. Mag-drawing po muna ako ng 2 for representation only. So, hindi natin alam kung ilan. So, sa taas, this is 300 mm. Effective depth is 600. And let's start. Sa number 1, pinapahanap po is AS, pero nag-request siya ng epsilon. Yung strain is 0.004. So, dito na po natin magagamit, no? Kasi nag-request siya ng 0.004 na epsilon, maaapektuhan po yung ating phi. Diba? So, based sa concept na napag-usapan natin kanina, pag epsilon is 0.005, phi is 0.9. Pag epsilon is 0.002, phi is 0.65. So, kumbaga, anong tawag doon? Interpolate. Ayun. I-interpolate po natin kapag epsilon is 0.004. Okay. Let us use our calculator. I hope na nandyan yung mga calculators ninyo, no? Kasi tuturuan ko kayo kung paano to gawin sa calculator. So, epsilon is 0.005. So, type po natin sa ating calculator. Ayan. So, interpolation po tayo. Kumbaga. So, mode, then statistics. Then, linear yung ating interpolation. So, mode stat 2. Ayan, may X and Y. So, sa solution po natin, okay lang po yan magka-swap, pero dapat consistent ka lang. So, ang gagawin ko po sa X-axis ko is yung aking epsilon. Sa ating Y-axis is our phi. Okay, type po natin. Kapag yung epsilon is 0.005, yung phi natin is 0.9. Kapag epsilon is 0.002, phi natin is 0.65. Type po natin yan. 0.005, 0.002. Again ha, sundan nyo po ako. Phi is 0.9, 0.65. Ayan. So next, kapag maka-input ka na ng data, wag mong i-press yung on. Wag na wag mo yung pipindutin kasi mawawala yung data natin. Ang ipipress mo lang is AC para ma-save siya. Okay, pag casio yung gamit, no, hanapin mo lang yung regression. So nasa shift then stat regression. Kapag yung gamit mo naman na calculator is Canon, nasa apps. So pagkatapos mo mag-AC, pindutin mo yung apps, hanapin mo yung REG, regression. So yung hinahanap po natin dito, class, yung nire-request na epsilon natin is nandito sa gitna niya, syempre. That is 0.004 na epsilon. So, kumbaga, yung hinahanap natin is yung phi na katumbas. So, ibig sabihin, yung pipiliin natin dito is si y hat 5. Ano yung hinahanap natin? 0.004. Then, equals. So, pag nasundan ako, ano yung ating sagot? Yes, very good. How about the others? 0. Yan, equals ko po siya. Ayan, 0.817. Okay, so ganyan po mag-interpolation using our calculator. So this is 0.004 y hat. That is our phi, 0.817. So yan po yung gagamitin natin dito. Okay, start tayo. So meron na po tayong epsilon, meron na tayong phi. Next is yung ating rho actual. Dadaan po tayo kay Rn para makuha si rho actual. So Rn po natin, binigyan tayo ng mu. Mu is equivalent to 670 kilonewton meter. Kunin po muna natin si reinforced moment. Anong pangalan niya? Resisting moment. Ano ba yan? Rn is resisting moment. So, Rn can be solved. That is mu divided by phi bd squared. So, that is 670. Lalagyan po natin ng times 1,000 squared para yung ating mu is maging Newton millimeters. Kasi naka-millimeter naman yung ating mga dimension. So, phi, na-solve na natin. That is 0.817. Base po natin is 300. Depth, effective depth po natin is 600 squared. So, what is our Rn in 3 decimal places? 7.593. So, lagay natin 7.593. Next, proceed po tayo kay rho actual. Rho actual, formula po niya, na-introduce na natin sa singly, no? That is 0.85 Fc prime divided by Fy times 1 minus square root of 1 minus 2Rn divided by 0.85 Fc prime. Ayan, substitute natin lahat dito. So, rho actual is equivalent to 0.85 Fc prime. 27.5 415 1 minus square root of 1 minus 2 times 7.593 over 0.85 27.5. Ayun, rho act. In 5 decimal places. Hindi ba siya kasi 999, so magiging 230 siguro. No? Pero I think that is just napakaliit yung distansya, no? So, same lang yan, 0.0230. Diba? Kasi yung kasunod ni 9 is another round up. So, magsanga-sanga siya. 0.02300. Pero pag 299 yung ilagay mo, that is just correct also. Malapit lang yan. So, this is our rho actual. Next, pag meron na tayong raw actual, anong gagawin natin, no? Iko-compare natin siya kay raw minimum and raw maximum. 'Di ba? Kung saan yung gagamitin po natin sa kanya. So, raw minimum, then pag raw maximum, pag lalampas siya, magiging doble. So, unahin siguro natin si raw minimum. Raw minimum is equivalent to 1.4 divided by Fy. Diba? Sa singlet po natin yan na formula. 1.4 divided by 415. What is our raw minimum? Yes, paki-confirm. That's correct. 0.00337. Napakaliit. No, raw actual is greater than raw min, so we need to continue kay raw max. Pero kapag pagkuha mo, raw act is lesser than raw minimum, you don't need to solve for raw max. Diretso ka na, ang gagamitin mo is raw minimum. Pero unfortunately, mas malaki si raw act kay raw min, so we need to continue. Ayan, so continue tayo. Tapos na tayo kay raw min and raw actual. Proceed naman po tayo kay raw max. So number 1, raw max. Formula natin is 0.85. Then FC prime divided by Fy. Beta 1. Then, that is, ang pinapagamit po sa atin is 0.004. Diba? So, kapag 0.004 po yung ating raw, yung raw max na gagamitin natin is 3/7. Okay ba? Diba? Pag 0.005, 3/8. Okay, so lagay natin dito 3/7. Yan lang. So, substitute raw max is equivalent to 0.85. FC prime po natin is 27.5. Fy is 415. Beta 1. Ano yun? Where is our beta? I will need to check. Checking natin. Beta 1 na gagamitin is 0.85 kapag yung ating FC prime is lesser than 27 at 28 pala. Which is yung given po natin is 27.5. So, sakto. 0.85 na beta 1 yung gagamitin natin. Then, times 3/7. Raw max is equivalent to ilan siya? Ayan, that's correct. 0.02052. So, ano to? Mas malaki? Mas malaki. Papahirapan pa talaga tayo, no? Raw actual is greater than raw max. So, paki-type sa ating chat box, is this singly reinforced beam, SRB, or doubly reinforced beam, DRB? Doubly reinforced beam po siya. Diba? Ibig sabihin, hindi magkasya sa ilalim yung ating bakals. So, sobra siya sa maximum. So, kailangan po natin ng AS prime compression steel para ma-stabilize. So, ibig sabihin, yung AS1 po natin, di ba? Based sa discussion natin kanina, yan po yung magiging AS max natin from our singly reinforced beam. So, yung na-solve natin na raw max, eto, si raw max, yan na diretsyo yung ating gagamitin for AS1 or our AS max. So, rho max times BD. Diba? Yan yung pag-solve ng AS. Rho times BD. Kapag rho yung hinahanap, AS over BD. So, binaliktad lang. So, una-una nating makukuha is si area of steel 1. So, that is 0.2052 multiplied by our base 300 and our depth which is 600. Ayun. So what is our AS1? No? Recap natin, ito po yung AS1. Mamaya hanapin natin si AS2 para i-combine natin yung AS total, si AS. So, paki-calculator, what is our AS1? That's correct. 3693.6 millimeters squared yung ating AS1. Ang problema na lang natin ngayon is yung ating AS2 para ma-combine natin maging AS. So, saan natin kukunin yung ating AS2? Saan nalupalot natin siya kukunin? No? Pwede natin siyang kunin based on our diagram. No? Ma-relate po natin siya. Ito, Mn is equivalent to M1 plus M2. Where M1 is T1 times lever arm, where M2 is T2 times lever arm. So, yan po yung bridge, tulay nila para ma-relate natin and makuha natin si AS2. Diba? Pero ang problema, pag solve natin nito, kailangan po natin yung C. Diba? Kailangan natin si C. Kailangan natin si A, which is kailangan ni A si C. So, before we relate them, kunin po muna siguro natin si C. Okay, so unahin natin si C. C is equivalent to, formula po natin is 0.003 dt or effective depth. dt kapag 2 layers divided by 0.003 plus epsilon na pinapagamit. And in this case, yung pinapagamit po is 0.003 times effective depth is 600 divided by 0.003 plus 0.004. Wait lang hindi ko na lang po lalagyan muna ng 600. I-dt ko lang po muna siya para formula lang po muna. So, base kanina, no? Na-compute naman natin. What is 0.003 divided by 0.003? Now, again, what is 0.003 divided by 0.003 plus 0.004? And I think na-compute natin to kanina. Yes, this is 3/7 ng ating dt. Kailangan po natin yan mamaya, no? In solving our relationship between the two. So, i-relate na po natin yung dalawa, no, yung bridge or tulay nila para makuha natin si AS2. Mn is equivalent to M1 plus M2. Diba? Then, Mn, based sa ating formulas kanina, that is Mu divided by Phi. M1, that is T1 times our lever arm. So T1 natin is AS1 times Fy. Ang lever arm po natin is depth, effective depth divided by A minus A over 2. Kay M2 naman, that is AS2 times Fy, yan yung T2 natin, multiplied by our lever arm, effective depth minus sa taas na effective depth, D prime. Okay, so again, A po, kailangan nating isolve, which is beta times C. Ito siya. Where are you? Alpha or A is equivalent to beta 1 times C, which is, na-solve na natin kanina yung formula ni C. Kapag 0.004 yung pinapagamit, that is 3 over 7 dt or D. So, ilagay lang po natin. A equals 0.85 times 3 over 7 times 600. So, what is our A? Yes, ayan, that's correct. Paki-confirm, no? This is 218.571 millimeters. Ayan, kompleto na. Substitute natin lahat, ha? MU is given 670. Pero mag-multiply po tayo ng 1,000 squared para maging Newton mm. Then, phi is, ano yung phi natin? 817. 0.817. AS1 natin is our AS max, 3693. .6, Fy natin is 415. Pakidahan-dahan po ng pag-type sa calculator. Effective depth is 600 minus 218.571 divided by 2. Ayan, dudugtungan pa natin plus AS2. So, lagyan nyo ng X sa calculator ninyo for our shift solve times 415 times 600 minus 60. Tama ba? 60? Yung ating D prime. Yes, that's correct. Binigay. 60. Shift solve. What is our AS2? So, that is 302.9 302.921 millimeter squared. Yan, kompleto na. Ang hinahanap is AS, which is AS1 plus AS2. So last thing that we need to do is to add them. 3693.6 plus 302.921. What is our AS? Ayan, that's correct. 3,996.521. That is our final answer for number 1. Ayan. Save po natin. Proceed tayo kay number 2. So kay number 2 class, medyo mahaba yung ating gagawin. Kasi lahat po kay number 1, babalikan natin, pero imbes na 0.004 yung gagamitin natin, ang pinapagamit po is 0.005. No, ang haba. Pero ang kagandahan nito is naka-set up na siya. Ang gagawin na lang po natin is iiba-ibahin na lang natin yung given and yung result. So, ayan, paki-ready ng calculators ninyo. Dadaanan natin to lahat ulit. Pero yung gagamitin ko na lang na pen is color green. Ito, color green. So, balik tayo sa umpisa.
Ay, sir, excuse, sir.
Yes po.
Pwede mangutana, sir?
Yes po.
Kanang sa PMIN good, dili siya same sa sa slab katong ang value sa PMIN is ibase nimo sa FY.
Hindi po. Yes po. That's a good
okay
question. Pag sa one-way slab, Romin natin is 0.002. Pag, di ba, may sinusundan na strength. 0.002 and 0.018 ba yun? Di ba? Pero kapag kay doubly, ang formula niya is 1.4 over FY. Yes. 415. Ayan. Okay. So, magkaiba po yung Romin kay doubly tsaka doubly kasi i-compare kay one-way slab. Okay. So, again, gagawin kong color green. Ang pinapagamit sa atin is 0.05. So, lalagyan ko kay number 2. Ang gagamitin po daw natin is na epsilon. Dito na lang, number 2. Ang pinapagamit na epsilon is 0.004. 0.005. Which is ang kanyang partner na phi is 0.9. So again, paki-calculator ha, everybody. Start tayo dito kay Rn, same pa din. Ay, hindi. Ito, paki-type. Papalitan po natin to ng 0.9. So what is 670 times 1,000 squared divided by 0.9 times 300 times 600 squared. So, dito tayo mag-uumpisa. Mag-iiba si Rn. Yes. Ayan. Ang bilis mag-calculator. 6.893. Ayan. Next. Kapag 6.893 yan, so syempre ito, mag-iiba. Lagay natin ng arrow. Paki-type po ito lahat for raw actual, pero papalitan natin si Rn ng 6.893. Ano yung bago natin na raw actual? Kumbaga, no, i-recycle na lang natin tong steps na to. Bale, pinalitan lang naman si epsilon tsaka phi. Ayan, may parehas na. 0.0, paki-confirm class ha, 2025. So, syempre, Romin natin is same lang, hindi siya magbabago. Roac natin is naging lumiit. Diba? So, proceed tayo dito. Kay Romax, ang pinapagamit po is 0.005. So, yung formula ni Romax is 3/8. Ayan. So, magbabago pala si Romax. So, eto po, paki-type. Pero imbis na 7, palitan po ninyo ng 8. So, what is our Romax? Dili o sabon. Hindi ba iibahin yung 0.85 sa ilalim? Saan banda? Hindi po. Formula po yan. Hindi po yan siya phi. So, hindi po siya iibahin. Welcome. So what is our raw max? Ayan, that's correct. 0. Lumiit din, no? 0.1795. I-compare natin. Raw act is 0.02. Raw max is 0.01. So same pa din yung labas. Raw act is same lang. Greater than raw max pa rin. So same pa rin. Doubly reinforced bar. DRB. Okay. So, eto. Balik tayo kay AS1. AS Max na ginamit natin. Palitan lang po ito ng 0.01795. Ano yung bagong AS1 natin? Ayan, that's correct. 3231. Sakto, no? 0.0 millimeters squared. So, dito kay C, di ba? Kasi gagamitin natin ito mamaya. Ang gagamitin po natin is 0.005, which is na-compute na po natin to kanina. That is 3/8 dt, imbes na 3/7 dt. Okay, proceed tayo sa next page. So, eto, same pa din. Yung alpha natin is 0.85 3/8. Ayan po, paki-calculator. What is 0.85 3/8 times 600? Ano yung bagong A natin? Yeah. 191.25. Gibalhin lagi na og 8, sir. Again, gibalhin siya 8 kasi yung C natin, ang formula is 0.003 plus epsilon. Ibis na 0.004, ginawang 0.005. So, 0.003 divided by 0.003 plus 0.005, that is 3/8. So, that's why gibalhin siya og 8. Yung C. Ito yung C na formula. Ito yung C na formula. Yan. Okay, next, meron tayong A. So, punta tayo dito sa kanyang AS2. MU, same pa din, pero yung phi, papalitan natin ng 0.85. 0.85 ba? 0.9. 0.9 po yung phi kapag yung ating epsilon is 0.005. Ano pa yung papalitan? Si AS1. Ano yung AS1 natin? 3231. Paki-type po. Then, paki-shift solve. 415, 600. A, papalitan natin. 191.25. AS2, 415. O yan, sakto na yan. So, paki-type po nito lahat. Then, shift solve. Ano yung bagong AS2 natin? Either lang sa dua ang sir or possible maglahi pa. Possible pa kapag specific yung binigay sa epsilon. Yes, what is our AS2? That is 304.086 millimeters squared. Ayan. So, next is our AS. AS1 natin napalitan, naging 3231.0 plus AS2 natin naging 304.086. So, what is our new AS for number 2? 3535.086 millimeter squared. Ayan, lagyan ko lang ng millimeter squared yung kanina. Ayan. So, proceed po tayo. Again, just type sa ating chat box if you have any questions. Proceed po tayo kay number 3 and number 4 sa situation number 2. Okay, so for number 3, determine the number of 28 mm bars. Kapag yung phi is 0.9, so mag-uumpisa tayo ulit sa umpisa, pero yung gagamitin natin na phi is 0.9. Luckily, 'di ba, kapag ang partner ni phi is 0.09, ang epsilon natin is 0.005. So sa number 3, same lang po siya kay number 2. So kumbaga, i-continue lang po natin siya sa number 3. So, sa number 2 po natin, di ba, nakuha natin na AS is 3.5. From number 2, AS natin is 3.5. 3.5.086. Ayan na yung kaagad yung AS natin. Di ba? Kasi same sila ng situation kay number 2. So, ang hinahanap po is number of bars. That is simply AS divided by area ng isang bar. So, that is simply 3535. Paki-calculator po. 0.086 divided by, ang pinapagamit sa atin na tension bars is 0.25 pi. Diameter is 28 squared. So, ilang pieces yung ating kailangang gamitin sa tension side sa ilalim? Drawing natin. Yan. Ilan? 5.741, that's correct. Round up or round down? 5 yung sagot natin or 6? Yes, that's correct. Round up po tayo. 6 pieces. Final answer. So, kailangan po natin ng 6 na tension bars. Okay, last one, number 4. Sa number 4 naman, kapag yung compression bars is isasali down natin, then yung request niya, maximum tension reinforcement. Then dapat daw tension control. Specific masyado. Then compression steel yields. Diba? Compression steel yields, ibig sabihin, kapag compression steel yields, ibig sabihin, AS prime is i-equal po natin kay AS2. Ito siya. Pinapagamit sa atin is ito. Romax. Romax doubly equals Romax singly plus AS2 over BD. Then, again, sabi din niya is neglect effect of displacement. Then, ayan, steel yields AS prime, idiretso natin that is equivalent to AS2. Ayan, specific kasi masyado yung gusto niya. So, Romax for doubly reinforced beam is equivalent to Romax for singly reinforced beam plus our AS2 divided by our BD. Diba? So, kumbaga, pwede natin yung i-convert. Romax DRB is AMAX DRB. Same lang yan, di ba? Kumbaga, same kasi sila over BD lahat. Then, rho max sa singly, so A max sa singly, reinforced beam. Cancel out natin si BD, AS2 equals AS prime, so AS prime. Substitute natin lahat. A max, doubly reinforced beam. A max singly, na-solve na po natin yan. Si A max is our AS1. Yan, kay color green ha. Yan, rho max 0.01795. So AS max is 0.0195. Ito color green, 3231. 0.0 plus area ng ating compression bars, dalawang 28 mm. So, dalawang 0.25 pi, diameter is 28 squared. So, what is our area max for doubly reinforced beam? What is our AS max DRB? Yes, that's correct. 4462.504 millimeter raised to 4. Millimeter raised to 2. That is our final answer. Yan. Thank you so much, everybody, for listening. I hope that you have learned something for this day.